Hey guys, good afternoon. Today I've got my new Apple Watch on my wrist. I generally wear this thing when I am exercising, activities, going to places, working in my garden. Generally, I stick this thing on, and yeah, it was time to update it. I had an Apple Watch 4, which I'd had since 2018. I've had it on a variety of the different Apple bands over the years. My favourite is this Solo Loop. I think it's the most comfortable. The only thing about these things is generally they get pretty stinky because they're really tight to your wrist, so there's not a lot of room for your wrist to breathe underneath it. But I got this thing last night, arrived in the post, unboxed it today, set up and activated, put my Apple Pay cards onto this, and also activate a cellular plan on it, so I can utilize this in without using my phone with the network support. So yeah, it's slightly different. The crown is a different size. This one, the older one, the older 4, the battery was just dead on it. It wouldn't last particularly long. And then so I had it in my mind for a couple of months I was going to get a new one, but for this one I went for the cellular one so I can use it in isolation. It's a little bit thinner, but to be honest, it's just the Apple tax. There's not a lot that's really changed that I can see. People will say it's faster, it's better, but I mean, it does the same thing. I get my phone calls on it, I get notifications. Yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, I'm looking forward to playing with it, utilising it. Looking forward to seeing what it's like when I'm actually using music. The contract with my network carrier in the UK, EE, was £7 a month, no 12-month contract or 24-month contract, 30-day notice period. So if I don't like it, it's going to cost me £7 this month, just to play with it and see what it's like to use this alone with a pair of AirPods. Yeah, that's all really I got to say about it. There's really not a lot. I mean, this was a 5-year-old consumer piece of electronic contraption. It's worked and it's been utilised quite all right. It's been decent. It's done the job. I don't particularly like the look of these things. I hate the homogenised sort of look. I hate them when people wear these things with formal wear. I think they're not. I wouldn't describe it as a watch. It's more as a lifestyle consumer product. But yeah, I'll use it for its purpose. I do quite like this one has this always on screen. So at the moment this is resting. The second hands vanish. You can see on this one here where the software is just everything's been lifted from this and put onto the new one. This is still activated, but that screen will go off. So then you've got to do the sort of customary move your wrist about to get the thing going again. With this, you just touch it and it comes back to life. So yeah, the Apple Watch Series 4, Apple Watch Series 10, they are both Apple Watches. I can't really distinguish between them, if I'm honest. A little bit thinner, shinier, but yeah, tell me if I'm missing anything, because I really probably don't utilise these things to their maximum. I definitely don't want to wear a mechanical watch on my left wrist and my Apple Watch on my right wrist. I think that's a fairly horrific look, if I'm honest. Each to their own. Some people like double wristing it, like Diego Maradona. But for me, it's either one or the other. I would never really wear both together and feel comfortable anyway. But yeah, Apple Watch Series 10, I'm really clutching at things to sort of say about this thing. 2018 to 2024, Apple have done it again. They've managed to get me to pay more cash for a product that I basically have. This thing works still, but it was just getting, as I say, the battery life on it was pretty poor, and it didn't really get a full day, and I found some of the apps, it was pretty clunky. So I decided to update. I remember going in, I don't know, 6 months ago to the Apple store locally to me and buying a new iPhone. And I had no choice. I was using an iPhone 12 and I needed the new phone because I was having issues with the Wi-Fi connecting, and it was going to cost me money to repair it. So I bought a new phone, and the woman in the shop said, well, we've actually reduced our price now on the Pro Max, but we give you less. We don't give you the headphones and whatnot. And I just kind of thought, this is a tax. This is like, I have no choice right now to buy this phone. I need a phone. I can't not be without it. And she's justifying it, saying that Apple are giving me more. I was like, what Kool-Aid are you drinking? It's a bit of the same sort of emotion that I have with this thing. I don't really get a buzz off it. I love it how you watch YouTubers talking about these Apple Watches, and they're super excited. Super excited. They're not just excited. They're like super excited. I just kind of, you know, an Apple Watch, innit? Not really a lot much more you can say than that, but tell me what you think. If there's people out there that are using these things, I mean, I use it for exercise, I use it for tracking steps, I use it with digging holes in my garden. That said, I wear a luxury watch digging holes in my garden. I'm really not that precious, but if I'm missing anything and there's stuff that I could be doing on this that's going to make my life better, that's going to, you know, I'd love to hear what's so awesome about these things, but I generally just wear it to go to the gym, play football. That's about it, and then I take the thing off. Also, those bands get stinky. Any secret tips on how to clean these things, because these are the most comfortable. I'd quite like to get a band like this, if I'm totally honest, for my titanium Rolex Yachtmaster. I think that would be awesome. So it's like an ultra lightweight band on a lightweight watch. But yeah, funny lug size at 21 mils. Lug gaps, lug spacing. So anyway, tell me what you think, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate all my subscribers. I think I'm up to about 82 now, which is cool. For me, sitting here talking about watches for maybe 10 minutes at a time every few days. It's nice to know that I've connected with a couple of people. If you think I'm shit, tell me that I'm shit. I don't really care, to be honest. I'd rather you didn't, but I've kind of have a belief that, you know, you should just try and spread some positive vibes into the internet world. But yeah, tell me what you think. Tell me what you think about the Apple Watch. Should I have gone for the Ultra? I went for the normal Apple Watch because I think the Ultra looks even more ridiculous than this thing. I do like that this is slimmer. It's a smaller crown than the older one, but I don't know how that's going to affect over time, but this is just my initial reaction. I did get a snazzy charging cable with it, which I have a couple of these fabric ones now. They must be better wearing than the old plastic ones, but they get pretty grubby. It's particularly over the touch points pretty quickly. We experienced that, but yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a bearable Thursday the 10th of October, and yeah, I look forward to hearing from you in the comments. All the best. Bye, guys.